Welcome to lesson 118 of Saxon Math Course 2. In this lesson we're going to dedicate the whole lesson to teach you not to divide by zero. You cannot divide by zero. Okay, so let's look at why. No new vocabulary. Okay, so if we're looking at 2x over x equals 2, x cannot equal 0. And the reason why is because it just doesn't work. Right, if we substitute the 0 for x, then 2 times 0 equals 0, and then we can no longer divide because of the 0 in the bottom. So we can't divide by 0, so that doesn't work. We're unable to do that. It only works if x is not 0. So let's just look at this for a minute. So in each of these examples here, find each set of the quotients. So as we divide, and then tell me if the quotient gets closer to 0 or further away from 0, if the answers are getting closer or further away from 0 as we go along here. So as you do your division, that's 10, right? That's 100, that's 1,000. So we're getting closer to 0 or further away from 0 as the divisor here gets closer, as this divisor gets closer to 0, what's happening to our numbers? They're getting farther away from 0. And that's true with both of these. Okay, so the numbers in the multiplication fact, 2 times 3 equals 6, we can rearrange that and do 6 divided by 3 equals 2, or we can do 6 divided by 2 equals 3. We're allowed to do that, but we can't do that when the problem involves a 0. Okay, so if we have this one right here, and we want to arrange it and do 0 divided by 2 and 0 divided by 0, this one works, right? Because 0 divided by 2 is 0. But this one does not work because 0 divided by 0 is not 2. Okay, so the arrangement 0 divided by 0 equals 2 is not a fact. It doesn't work that way. So the multiplication fact, 2 times 0 equals 0, does not apply 0 divided by 0 equals 2 any more than 3 times 0 equals 0 implies that 0 divided by 0 is 3. So you have to avoid, you can't divide by 0. You have to always avoid any problem where you're dividing by 0. So looking at this example 3, y equals 12 divided by 3 plus x. What's the one number that x can't be? Because if x becomes that number, that'll make the divisor 0. Well, that's negative 3, right? Because 3 minus negative 3 would become 0, and we can't do that. So the answer here to this one here is, if we were to ask to graph the following equation, what numbers could not be used? Well, x cannot be negative 3. Because if it becomes negative 3, then our divisor becomes 0, and that doesn't work. We can't do that. All right? So let's practice 3 of these. This is all this lesson is. So of all these problems here, what I want you to do is tell me what number can't be used for the expression, for the variable. What number can't be used? In C, it can't be 0. Right? It can't be 0. W can't be 0. Right? How about in D here? What can't x be? It can't be 1, because if it becomes a 1, then the whole thing, the whole divisor becomes 0. How about this one here? What can't w be? 2 times what would make that 0? Well, 2 times 0 would make that 0. So w can't be 0. Getting the idea? Okay, what can't f be? In f, what can't the y be? The y can't be a 3. That's right. And in G, ooh, that's a little bit different, right? What can't x squared be? What can't the x be when it's being squared? Well, it can't be 2, because 2 times 2 would be 4, and 4 minus 4 would be 0. And we can't have this. We can't have that. That doesn't work. So x can't be 2 or negative 2, because 2 times 2 is 4, and negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. So both of those, it cannot be either one of those. So when it's squared, keep that in mind. All right, how about on H? What can't C be? That's right, it just can't be 0. All right, so just remember, you can never divide by 0. The divisor can never be 0. All right, there's your TIDs. Please submit those to me tonight online. Bring your questions tomorrow. Thank you for watching the video. We'll work on this in class. Thank you so much.